What is translation?
¿Qué es la traducción?
¿Qué es la traducción?
¿Cuál es la traduzione?
Guys, do you know what is a translation? Let me tell you really easy and quick. A translation is the process of turning a source text into a target text. Maybe you're a little bit confused about what is a source text and a target text. The first one tells us where does the text come from, and it can be called origin text or exit text. The second one indicates the text that is already translated in the second language, and it can be called meta text, terminal text, or destination text. And etymologically, it means make it pass from one place to another one.
Okay, Ali, we got it. But the purpose of the translator is create a relation between both texts.
So, we have two types of translation, indirect and direct. The indirect translation is when you translate from your mother language to a foreign language. And the direct translation is when you translate from a foreign language to your mother language.
And now, what is not a translation? As first one we have the transliteration, which means a representation of sounds of a language with signs of an alphabet. For example,
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء.
a second one we have the exegesis, which means the metaphorical interpretation. And as God said at the Bible, He is the way, the truth, and life. And it wasn't literal, it was just a metaphorical interpretation. The third one is the adaptations, which is a cultural reference. And for instance, we have the July 4, que es 4 de julio, it just makes a little change. Then, for instance, the butterfly is beautiful. La mariposa es muy bonita. It's paraphrases. Hello, how are you? Hola, ¿cómo estás tú? It's literal translation.
We have two techniques of translation. The first one is direct, where it respects the language A to B. And the second one is transposition, where it changes but we still get it.
And the last thing is
Translation problems.
The first problem is lexical semantic, and is another way to say a word such as
For example, and for instance, or about or concerning.
And the second one is problems grammatics, which is when you don't know slangs or phrases or metaphorical sense.
¿Qué onda, perro?
Where's the dog? Today is 15 May?
No, it's May 15.
No, es 15 de mayo en español. But in English, it's not. Cultural problems.
6.5 hours later. 2, day 3, day 4. 1 eternity later.
Daisy, do you want to
Yes?
watch cartoons?
Well, if you insist.
What are you doing?
Watching the cartoons. And that's the last problem of translation, false connects.